Nestled within the untouched beauty of Ilha Grande, a small island off Brazil's coast, lies a story of unexpected friendship. It is the tale of Dindim, a Magellanic penguin, and João Pereira de Souza, a humble fisherman whose act of kindness bridged the gap. The year was 2011. João, then 71 years old, had spent his retirement days living simply in Praia de Proveta. His life revolved around fishing, a craft that sustained him in the absence of a substantial pension. He had built his home with his own hands, surrounded by the verdant Atlantic rainforest and lulled by the sound of ocean waves. It was a peaceful, albeit modest existence. One May afternoon, João returned from a fishing trip to find a peculiar sight: a small oil-slicked penguin stranded on the beach. The tiny creature, a Magellanic penguin, was motionless except for faint, desperate movements. Oil spills, a consequence of increasing human activity along South America's coast, had claimed many of these penguins' lives, but this one had been lucky enough to cross João's path. Moved by the penguin's plight, João scooped him up and carried him home. He spent days cleaning the oil from the bird, his feathers with utmost care, and feeding him sardines until his strength returned. João named the penguin Dindim, a playful name that reflected the bond they were beginning to form. Magellanic penguins, native to the southern coasts of South America, are remarkable creatures. These birds, just over 2 feet tall, are known for their loyalty, not only to their breeding partners but also to their nesting sites. They possess the uncanny ability to recognize one another by call, a skill vital in colonies teeming with thousands of penguins. Though not endangered, Magellanic penguins face mounting challenges. Climate change disrupts their feeding patterns while oil spills and overfishing take their toll. Dindim's journey was a stark reminder of the perils his kind faced. After a week of care, Dindim seemed ready to return to the wild. João carefully released him near a small island, watching as the penguin swam confidently into the open waters. Though sad to part with his new friend, João found comfort in knowing he had saved a life. But fate had other plans. Later that evening, João was startled by familiar honking sounds coming from his backyard. Dindim had returned, navigating his way back to the man who had saved him. It was as if the penguin had decided that João's backyard, complete with a makeshift nest, was his true home. Dindim became a part of João's life. He greeted the fisherman with enthusiastic honks each time he returned home. João's dog accepted Dindim as a playmate, and the penguin often waddled into the small house seeking João's company. Their relationship grew deeper, marked by acts of trust and affection. Dindim would nuzzle João's face with his beak, a behavior akin to how penguins show love to their mates. For nearly 10 months, the unlikely duo shared a daily routine. But as February 2012 approached, João knew it was time for Dindim to return to the wild. This time, when João released him, Dindim did not return. João missed the penguin's company, but he took solace in imagining Dindim thriving among his own kind. 4 months later, in June 2012, João returned home from another fishing trip to find his backyard alive with honking once more. Dindim had come back, and this time he stayed for the winter months. When summer arrived, he left again, only to return the following winter. This pattern continued for years. Each winter, Dindim traveled hundreds of miles to João's backyard, where he spent months resting and enjoying João's care. During summer, he ventured to the warm waters of Brazil, mingling with other penguins and feeding on fish. Dindim wasn't kept as a pet. João allowed him to roam freely, yet the penguin chose to stay, a testament to the unique bond they shared. By 2015, Dindim's remarkable loyalty caught the attention of a Brazilian television station. Juan Paulo Krajewski, a natural history filmmaker, documented the story. When the footage aired, it quickly spread across the internet, captivating viewers worldwide. Dindim became a symbol of gratitude and loyalty, inspiring a children's book and later a movie. People marveled at the idea of a wild animal forming such a deep connection with a human. In 2016, as the world fell in love with the tale of Dindim and João, the penguin stopped returning to Praia de Proveta. By then, Dindim had reached breeding age, and it is likely he joined other penguins in Patagonia to start a family of his own. João, now in his 80s, continued to look for his feathered friend, holding on to the hope that Dindim was thriving. While their time together had come to an end, the story they shared remained timeless. The tale of Dindim and João is more than just a heartwarming story. It's a reminder of the profound impact a single act of kindness can have. Juan didn't hesitate to help a helpless creature, and in return he experienced a connection that defied the boundaries of species and nature. Even as Dindim's visits became a thing of the past, João's story continues to inspire. It speaks to the resilience of life, the importance of compassion, and the enduring bond between humans and animals. For João, Dindim wasn't just a penguin. He was a friend, a companion, and a symbol of hope. And for Dindim, João wasn't just a rescuer. He was home. In this way, the legacy of the penguin and the fisherman lives on, reminding us all that even the smallest gestures of kindness can leave a lasting mark on the world.